Hello guys, bersama saya lagi dalam ORAITNOPO channel. So, ini dia berita menggempakan dan pastinya adalah satu berita baik yang dinanti-nantikan. Jadi kita ucapkan terima kasih ya kerana kembalikan penerbangan ini direct daripada Kota Kinabalu, Sarawak ke Subang daripada airasia. Jadi terima kasih sekali lagi kita ucapkan kerana pastinya apa yang dimaukan oleh rakyat Sabah dan Sarawak Borneo khususnya ya, dengan tambang murah ya untuk pergi ke Kuala Lumpur dan sebagainya. Jadi sahabat semua, mari kita lihat sidang media ini ya, kenyataan sendiri daripada Tony Fernandez. Jadi mari kita lihat bersama video ini apakah pengumuman-pengumuman yang dibuat ketika sesi sidang media ini. Jadi mari kita tonton video ini.
Go, please have you
Tak tahu.
right behind the cave.
Takut nanti banyak orang mah.
And also, Dr. Tim will be joining us.
Hurry up lah, Dave.
Hari ini meraihkan hari pertama penerbangan dari Skypark Subang untuk penerbangan Sabah dan Sarawak.
Alright. With that, let's begin with our cake cutting ceremony. Tony, there's a knife for you. Just cut a cake to officiate this. So I like once. So I like. Can we please have you?
Before Bo thought that was Dr. Dave, by the way. All right, before I cut the cake, you know, it's life is always sometimes a little bit complicated and sometimes very simple. When we talk about coming back to Sabah, you see it on your calendar, it's an event. But today what made it really special for me was seeing all our original staff. It was really fantastic. It also was fantastic seeing how all the Firefly passengers took pictures with me and said, we want to fly on airasia. And they're happy that we're back here. But anyway, we're not here about taking other people's passengers, we're here about growing the market. Just to remind Paul, I announced on the plane that fares are going to be more expensive from Subang. So just to let it down. But really, the highlight of maybe this whole COVID period was seeing all of our original staff back together. There's Bad Girl Drew, illegal immigrant Tina. But really the person who has resigned the most times verbally, but has never left, is still here and has produced the world's best cabin crew. Give it up for Sohaila. I think between me and Noor, she's resigned about 22 times. So she's all talk. And finally, to my most favorite person of the original crew, Andrea Pinto. I will never forget all of the crew lining up when Alpha Charlie came, and they had been working for airasia for 5 years with only 2 planes. And finally the 3rd plane came, and I still remember at the gate, Andrea crying. She said, I never thought I'd see a 3rd plane. So we give it up, Andrea. Honestly, I'll say it one more time. It is fantastic to see all of you here. It's fantastic to see how great you are, but it's most fantastic to see how loyal, energetic, and a true embodiment of being an all-star. Thank you very much. Finally, dreams do come true. 23 years, we never stop believing. It's incredibly nostalgic. I felt I never left this place, being on the tarmac. I had a lot of fun today, bringing in aircraft, picking up aircraft and not damaging any aircraft, and GTR. And thank you GTR for the cake, and we do accept your very generous offer of free ground handling in Subang Airport. We love Singaporeans. Please give it up for GTR, they're giving us free ground handling. One more, I can't stop, sorry I'm taking so long. Ruha, come here. This man has worked for us for what, 29 years? 24 years, look, and he hasn't aged one bit. He's chief of our safety. Give him a round of applause. Okay, all right. Sir, come up here. Dave, both thought that was you. Come up. Did you just fly on Firefly? Come. Yeah, you, both of you. Okay, you don't want to come? Okay, bye. Okay, on behalf of me and Kamarudin, where did you fly from? Singapore? Are you Singaporean? Okay, bye. Where would you like to fly? This is your lucky day. Really? Melbourne? I was going to give her Kota Bharu. Okay, you and your son can have a free flight to Melbourne. Grandson, you're very young. Okay, you and your grandson can have a free ticket to, on behalf of me and Dave. Alright, have fun. On condition you never ever fly with Firefly again. And definitely not that stupid airline, Singapore Airlines. Take care, have a good time. Sorry? Spouse. Are you the grandfather? No, she said she wants you to stay at home. Yes, you can go also.
Hello, with that, can we please also welcome Bob Chi, Moose, to come and join us for the cake cutting ceremony as well. And can we also invite Mr. Paul Carroll? Paul, are you around as well? Thank you. And Datuk Faham, of course. Don't forget Datuk Faham. Thank you. Alright, media members, here is your photo opportunity before Tony and Datuk Ding cut the cake.
This true low cost cake cutting. Okay, do it together.
Alright, everyone, another huge round of applause to Datuk Ding and Tony! Alright, thank you so much to all VIPs. Can you please remain where you are as we proceed with the media Q&A. Tony, Moose, Lapangan, please join us as well. Mr. Bob, Tony, please join us as well as we proceed with our media Q&A.
Okay, I'm all yours.
Yeah, you say it will cost a lot.
A lot.
A bit more.
A bit more.
How much more?
Ask Bo. No, we haven't worked it out.
Oh.
You know, this is obviously this is a premium airport. It's close to the town. As I mentioned in the press conference, we will create a new service at the end of this month, end of next month, September, correct? Yes. So Paul's in charge. Called airasia Plus, right? So it will be more akin to a full service product, and we'll wait for Paul and team to come up. Are you the mother? Are you hanging around for a free ticket as well? Okay, does that answer your question?
Yep.
I didn't really answer how much more, but I mean, you know, if you take a look at British Airways operating in London City and Heathrow Airport. Okay, this is more convenient, it's faster, and obviously it costs us a bit more. So, you know, because we don't have a base here, so we have to fly planes here, so our cost is higher. But really, people will pay for the ease of coming here, getting in and out. It's so fast to come in and out. Okay. AirAsia Plus will have food, luggage, and I don't want to steal the thunder. Paul at the right time will announce the service.
Dan Sri,
Yes, ma'am.
macam mana harga penerbangan dari sini? Adakah sama dengan dari?
Tak tahu, 100%. But you know, in the region of what's it, 30-40%?
Higher fares.
Yeah.
20 to 30.
20 to 30. 20 to 30. It'll still be very affordable.
How about penerbangan Sabah Sarawak di sana masih ada lagi lah di KL?
Ada. Of course.
So ada dua pilihan lah.
Dua pilihan. Satu premium, satu biasa. I can launch my political career.
Thanks, Rick. How about the domestic passenger volume that you're aiming at Subang Airport? Is there any
Paul, until they expand the airport, until they give us more slots, we don't really know. That's still being worked at. And so, we'll grow as fast as we can. Right.
any target on that?
As big as we can, right? No target. Targets are there to be broken. So, when we operated here 23 years ago with 2 planes, we were doing close to 1 million passengers. So, it depends how many planes, depends how we grow. This is going to be a popular airport. I've obviously, as you know, always said that Subang should be reopened and expanded. Airports are huge assets, and we should never give them up. So, I fought very hard in Thailand to keep Don Muang, reopen Don Muang, and that's become a huge success. They're expanding it. So I always say, if you have an airport, it takes a long time to build one. Don't throw it away.
Tan Sri, sejak dilancarkan penerbangan KK Subang, so macam mana respon?
Oh, well, you saw, we had 91% load factor. Our load factors are great. Demand is very strong. We just reported our second quarter results where load factor was 90%. So demand is good. I mean, KK and Kuching is really where Asia started. My first 2 flights 23 years ago were Kuching and KK. The third flight was Langkawi and Penang. So we kind of know Kuching and Sabah. It's interesting, I went to Sabah recently and I took a picture by the Maybank. Almost every passenger said, "Oh, we followed you and took a picture as well." Actually, I never made it famous, the Chinese did. And I still don't understand why that's a picture anyone wants to take, but maybe the Sabahans can tell me one day.
Tan Sri, MOT said airline will be required to offer refund for flight delays, right? What's your comment on that?
Yeah, so I have many comments, actually. I think it's correct if the airline is at fault, but I think it's always easy to blame the airline. There are many issues, as you've seen. Crowd strike recently happened. It's not our fault. Air traffic control, sometimes the system falls apart. Weather. So I think there must be some exclusion clauses. But we don't need to be told that because we were already going to do it anyway. We're already doing it. So it's right. It's fair for passengers to rebook. I would feel the same way. But, running an airline is tough. It's really tough. We rely on suppliers giving us engines and spare parts and lots of things. It's easy to criticize airlines. Having said that, that's our responsibility. And as long as the 5 hours has, fair exclusion clauses, we fully support it.
It should apply to all stakeholders, runs airports and everyone, not just airlines.
Yeah.
Tan Sri, how Asia handles the daily cancellation? Is it as serious as MAG?
I'm not here to talk about other airlines. I just want to say that it's easy to criticize airlines. There are lots of reasons why we have delays. There are huge supply chain issues. And I can say, all airlines are suffering from poor engine reliability, right? The OEMs have to buck up. They have to buck up. We at AirAsia have constant delays from Airbus. Engines are taking a long time to be serviced. What used to take 60 days are taking sometimes as As long as 300 days. And so, we have a lot of supply chain issues, which the passenger doesn't realize. And so, but I'm proud of my team. Mavcom reported that AirAsia and AirAsia X were 1 and 2. You're only as good as tomorrow. So we don't sit there and say we're great. One thing I want to say today, which I was very proud of my team, the Kuching flight departed on time, which is not easy when heroes like us are taking photos. There's thousands of people. I could see my team were really very precise, pushing people through. So we're conscious. We're conscious of people's time. We're conscious we don't want to waste time. There's nothing worse than sitting around an airport waiting. So 2 things we're really working to improve. Delays will happen. No airline can say there's no delays. It's inevitable, right? How we manage the delay is what we're really trying to improve. So we want to try and, if there's a long delay, we want to try and stop you from coming to the airport. We want to give you flexibility to change your flight. And if you're here, we want to manage it better. So, I would be lying if I say there are no more delays. It's impossible, right? But how we manage it is how we want to improve. And artificial intelligence and our Ask Bowl, the very famous Ask Bowl, we will have more features. We're working with IT providers. So communication is what we can do better. And that's what we're going to try. But it's not easy running an airline. Easier running press.
You mentioned about CrowdStrike. How's the refunds going? Because you mentioned that you wanted to have a refund for it.
Yeah. We are in consultation with an American lawyer. We think is gross negligence. I feel very strongly about it. Airlines get blamed all the time. Tech companies give us a hard time if we don't pay on time. But then when they have a mistake like this, I haven't even got a letter or an apology or anything from Microsoft or CrowdStrike. They offered a phone call, to be fair, CrowdStrike, but no follow-up. There's been no follow-up. So we feel very, very strongly about it. People attack us when we do wrong, and we deserve to be. The tech companies have made enormous profits. They have to be responsible. CrowdStrike is a multi-billion-dollar company. They cannot just say it was a mistake. We make a mistake, you guys write about it, and we have to pay for it, and everyone attacks me on Instagram, right, or Facebook. So I feel very strongly about this. This is my new crusade, that tech companies have to serve their customers better. And, it's a strong comment, but it's something I feel very strongly about. So we will not, if you're saying I've forgotten about it, absolutely not. We just had a meeting with American lawyers yesterday.
Sorry, last one. Because earnings was out yesterday, right? So when will Capital A return to black?
Well, we are in the black. I mean, I don't want to bore you with accounting, but we're in the losses because of accounting, foreign exchange. So next quarter, we'll have a huge gain because the ringgit has strengthened a lot, as has the baht and the rupiah. So we're trading positively, which is amazing because we haven't got all our planes back. 2025 will be a fantastic year for us because by the end of the year, we'll have most of our 218 planes back. And I'm really optimistic, really optimistic. Every day is almost like a dream for me because we did this ourselves. We didn't have government, Temasek, or other sovereign funds or governments giving lots of money. We did it all ourselves, and so every day is a dream. Every day is amazing to see that we're serving so many people. Despite COVID, we serve 57 million people. This year we'll be close to 70 million, and next year we'll be back. I think next year will be a great year. So as far as I'm concerned, in the black, it's just foreign currency, which is an accounting. Every quarter, they look at your US dollar debt and they just translate it, and then they book it into the P&L. Wow, giving you an accounting lesson now. But we're trading positively.
The Subang airport is open from 6 to 10. How many slots are given to AirAsia?
Four return slots. Not enough. But we got to start somewhere. Okay? Thank you. Thank you.
Terbaik sahabat semua, itu dia sidang media habis sebentar tadi. Kita mendengar ulasan dan juga kenyataan daripada Tony Fernandes, sahabat-sahabat semua. Dan antara satu perkara juga yang dikatakan, ringgit Malaysia yang menguku itu ya boleh memberikan suatu yang baik ya di dalam PNL, profit and loss, seperti mana yang dikatakan oleh Tony Fernandes sebentar tadi. Jadi tahniah dan kita ucapkan ya, ini adalah satu pilihan yang baik. Dikatakan juga harganya juga affordable, harga yang mampu milik. Dan ya, semoga perkara ini memberi manfaat ya kepada rakyat di Borneo khususnya. Jadi sahabat semua, terima kasih, sampai di sini saja. Sekiranya Anda mau berikan sebarang komen, pandangan ya, Anda boleh berikan di dalam ruangan komen. Jadi terima kasih, izinkan saya untuk mengundurkan diri. Dan seperti biasa, peribahasa mengatakan, tak apapun kangkap, 2 ton keinginan. Dalam bahasa Melayunya, tepuk dada, tanya selera. Sekian daripada ORAITNOPO Channel, saya kita berjumpa lagi. Bye-bye.